Flandia TV.
You got enough light?
Yeah, that's good.
Hi, Steve. That's Steve Bays, and I'm Paul Hawley, and we're in a closet because we're headlining Market Square, and they said put them in the closet. So we're in the closet.
Every time I look at you, I just want to puke. Those are the words of Joe, Goat Boy. When I was 12 years old, he sang those words to me at a venue that became a kabuki cab garage, and I was sold. And ever since then, I've been attending shows in Victoria. Went on to promote them myself for many years.
Well, I recall our first show being at a thing called Surftoberfest at a Fairfield church sort of basement thing. But somebody thinks it was somewhere else. But where do you think our first show was? Because I can't remember.
The back porch.
That wasn't Hot Heat. That was my band prior with Matt Marnick. And I was playing guitar, and Matt Marnick was on vocals. And Arlen, who later went on to be in Wolf Parade, and Chris, who later went on to become the father of my nephew. That was Detroit Death Watch.
First show we ever played was Surftoberfest at 1999. It was in what was it called? The Fairfield Community Church? Scout Hall, and that's where I took Beavers, that's where I took Cubs, that's where I took Sea Scouts. And that's where I went on to play with Paul.
Yeah.
And that was the last show they ever had there because it was too loud, right?
Yeah. We slayed it. We slayed it that night. Because I think.
Remember that was the first time, because we were in like 20 bands at that point. That was the first time I was like, this, can I swear?
Yeah.
I was like, this stuff is off the hook.
Cock, balls. Well, I mean, I know we just said it, but that Surftoberfest one week, I remember being like, whoa, people are interested, because we played for like years and nobody cared, and all of a sudden some people cared, and it was like I was totally taken aback.
I'd say one of my favorite venue was probably the small Fernwood and the big Fernwood. I mean, at one point Paul and I lived together, and we used to have shows in our house on the corner of Blackwood and Hillside. And that was pretty cool. We had some good bands there. We had like the Rapture played there and stuff, and it was like, it stunk like cat piss, but we could jam there, and it was pretty cool. And yeah, it started with the Juno 6 that Paul bought from his dad's buddy.
I originally had a Jupiter 8, but somebody had spilled a beer in it, and it was not ever the same. So I swapped it with a guy who, unbeknownst to him, it was like half of what it should be, and he had a perfect working Juno 6, which I have to this day. And I basically woke Steve up in the middle of the night and put it in the bed and said, play this. And he did.
Do what you're told.